Welcome! So you have decided to attend PAC 554 Summer Camp this year. This is truly the highlight of many of our Scouts' year, and is an experience that we promise you will not forget. The process may seem somewhat intimidating to our parents, especially the new ones, and you may have some questions. We have put this presentation together in hopes of explaining the process and making things easier for you, the parent. Most of you have already completed the first step, the bunk deposit. So what should you expect from here? Well, let's begin. We will start off with how much does camp cost and when is the money due? Camp will cost $325 for a scout and $175 for each adult. Each scout is required to have an adult attend the camp with them. You can subtract the $50 bunk deposit that you have already paid. You can also subtract any campership that you may have received. This will vary by scout. This will give you the total amount that you owe. Scouts will vary, and adults who have paid their bunk deposit will owe $125. The full amount is due by May 29th. So, how can you pay for camp? You can pay with any campership that you may have received. The amount that you receive will automatically be deducted from your balance. Those that have applied for a campership will be notified if and how much they have qualified for. The PAC will also be notified of this amount. You can also use any money that you may have in your Scouts accounts. Please let Tanya know in writing of your desire to do this. The easiest way is to email her at pac554treasury@gmail.com. Finally, you can also pay with cash, check, or through the PAC's PayPal account. Please remember to make sure you select friends and family when you're using PayPal. And again, remember, your full payment is due by May 29th. Scout Haven offers many water activities. What activities you and your scout can participate in depends on what level of swimmer that you are. Everyone attending camp will need to complete a swim test. This will place you in a color group based on your ability. You will be given a bracelet with a color on it, which you will need to wear throughout the duration of the camp. This will determine what activities you and your scout can participate in. Now, let's look at each swim level, the requirements for that level, and what it allows you to do. Blue. Blue is the most advanced level of swimmer. In order to achieve blue, you must jump feet first into water that is over your head, surface, and then swim 75 yards in a strong manner, using one or more of the following: a side stroke, breaststroke, trudgeon, or crawl. Then, you must swim 25 yards on your back, using an easy resting stroke. Finally, you must rest by floating for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. So what water activities can you do as a blue swimmer? You can swim in all of the areas of the swim area, with a buddy of course. Note that you may only swim to the level of everybody in your buddy team. So if your buddy is a red or a white swimmer, you may only go in the red or white areas. You may also operate a rowboat or a paddle boat with either a blue or a red swimmer. You can operate canoes and kayaks. Your buddy must also be a blue swimmer for the canoes and the kayaks. You can operate sailboats. This is only available to our AOL Scouts, and they must have either a lifeguard or a parent who is a blue swimmer with them. The next level is red. To be a red swimmer, you must jump feet first into water that is over your head, surface, then level off, and swim 25 yards. Turn sharply, and then you swim back to your starting point. So, what can a red swimmer do? Red swimmers can swim both in the white and red swimming areas. If swimming in the red area, your buddy must be either a red or a blue swimmer. Red swimmers can operate rowboats and paddle boats with a blue swimmer. And finally, we have our white swimming level. White swimmers are non-swimmers or beginners and only need to dip their foot in the water at the shore for their swim test. White swimmers can only enter the white swimming area, and they need a buddy of any swimming level. White swimmers are not eligible to use any of the boats at camp with the exception of the pontoon fishing boat. Please note that you can test throughout the camp at any time to try and achieve a higher swimming level. One thing that you may want to consider is to take the pre-swim test. This will allow you to take the test in a local pool as opposed to the lake at camp. This is available to adults only and not to our scouts. Keep in mind that everyone that attends camp must complete a swim test, either at camp or a pre-test. Completing a pre-test will save you time on your first day at camp. As of now, Council has 2 days scheduled for pre-testing. The first date is Friday, May 13th, from 6:30 until 9 o'clock p.m. at the Sweet Home Senior High School. Use door number 47. You do not have to be there the whole time. Also, note that this is the day of our final awards meeting. The second day is on Monday, May 23rd, from 6:30 until 9 o'clock p.m. This one is at the Hamburg Senior High School. If you are not planning on testing for either red or blue swimming levels, the pre-test will not benefit you. You can simply complete your white test by sticking your toe in the water at summer camp. Again, keep in mind that these pre-tests are for adults only. Your scout is required to test at camp. Everyone attending camp must have a physical performed by a medical professional. This physical needs to be completed no more than 1 year prior to our last day at camp. The New York State electronically signed form that is used for school can be used, as long as it was completed no more than 1 year prior to our last day at camp. Here is an example of what that form looks like. These physicals can be done by your primary care physician, or most urgent cares can do them for a small fee. Links for the physical forms can be found at the bottom of this video. There are 4 physical forms that need to be filled out. The first one is labeled Form A. It consists of an informed consent, a release agreement, and an authorization for your scout to participate. This form needs to be filled out by a parent or a legal guardian. This is an acknowledgement that you understand the risks that are involved in camp and that you are giving permission for your scout to participate in camp. There is also a spot on the form where you may restrict your scout from participating in any activity at camp. Note the box that you can check to exclude your scout from participating in the use of a BB device. Please keep in mind that you will be with your scout throughout the camp and can restrict them from any activity that either you or your scout are not comfortable with at any time. At the bottom of the form is a place where you can allow or restrict any individual from picking your scout up from camp. You will need to fill this out if you plan on your scout leaving camp for any reason. The next forms are Forms B1 and B2. These forms cover your general information as well as your health history. These also need to be completed by the scout's parent or legal guardian. The top part includes your general information as well as emergency contact information. This is followed by your health history questions. On page B2, there's a spot to list any allergies. There is also a spot to list any medications. This must be filled out in order to bring any medications to camp. Your physician must also sign this form. Finally, there is a spot for your immunization record. You do not need to fill this out if you have it either on your electronic school physical form or a copy of your immunization record. The next form is Form C. This form must be filled out by a physician. Again, you may also use your child's electronically signed school physical form in place of this form, as long as it was done within 1 year of the end of our camp. The last form is the over-the-counter medication form. Your physician also needs to fill out this form. If your scout needs to carry emergency medication, such as EpiPens or rescue inhalers, you need to declare that on this form. Please note the spot at the bottom where you will need to check either yes or no to allowing your scout to self-carry and apply sunscreen and insect repellent. Please keep in mind that you are responsible for having these forms filled out for both you and your scout, and for bringing them to camp. The camp will hold on to your forms while we are there. On the last day, they will return them to the pack, where we will then return them to you. Each camper under the age of 18 must have the over-the-counter medication form filled out by their doctor. Please see the link below for the over-the-counter medication form. All medications must be submitted to the health officer at check-in. Medications must be in their original container and labeled with a name, Pack 554, and our campsite. We will not know our campsite until we check in at the camp, so that information will need to be filled out when we arrive. Participants will be allowed to carry prescribed rescue inhalers and EpiPens. If any scouts or adults have any special requests, which include food allergies or any other dietary restrictions, religious needs, electrical needs for safety or medical reasons only, for example, to use a CPAP machine, any mobility needs. You will need to fill out a special request form. You can find that by following the link down below. All adults that attend camp must be registered with the BSA. If you were registered last year, it has expired and you need to renew your registration. Unless you are a current leader, then there is no need to renew as the PAC does this for you. All applications need to be completed by the end of the day on July 1st. Your fee is prorated, so holding off until June or July will save money. But remember, it needs to be completed by the end of the day on July 1st. If you are new and have never been registered before, you can go to the registration link below to begin. Once there, select Adult. You then need to fill out the required information. Then, agree to the background check. You must also agree to the requirements. And finally, pay the fee. If you have any problems, please let us know and we can fill out a paper application for you. If you have been registered in the past, please go to www.my.scouting.org and sign into your account. Go to the menu on the left side of the page and then click on My Application. Find Renew next to your name and follow the process. Again, if you have any problems, please let us know and we can do a paper application for you. YPT, Youth Protection. All adults must be current in their YPT. Please make sure that you are. If you do not have it or you are not current, you will not be able to attend camp. This is a scouting rule and a camp rule, and it is strictly enforced. If you need to take or renew your YPT, please log into your www.my.scouting.org account. From there, head to the right side of the page and find the YPT image and click on it. Complete all 4 modules. These do not have to be done in a single session. When you complete your YPT, you will need to send the PAC a copy of your certificate. To do this, from the home screen, click on Menu, then click on My Training. There, you will see your YPT training. Click on Print Certificate. This can be a PDF, and you need to email this to the PAC. Your YPT needs to be completed by the end of the day on July 1st. Every year, Camp Scout Haven has a theme for its summer camp. The packs then design their own costumes and decorations for camp, according to the theme. The theme for this year's camp is The Lost Treasure of Crystal Lake. The pack will have a day, yet to be determined, for the scouts to come and make their costumes and decorations for camp. The scouts will wear their costumes to the opening campfire and at other various times throughout the camp. As we get closer to camp, there will also be a sign-up genius for various items such as apples, snacks, water, etc. Each scout is asked to sign up for and bring one item from the list to camp. Please go to the program guidebook link at the bottom of the video where you will find a complete list of what your scout should bring to camp. Your scout's den leader may also have activities planned prior to camp. Please check with them. The big day has arrived, so what should you and your scout expect? The scouts will arrive at St. Pat's Church at approximately 8 a.m. The exact time will be confirmed as we get closer to the day. Once a pack is loaded up and ready to go, we will proceed to Camp Scout Haven. It is located at 10784 New York Route 98 in Freedom, New York. When we arrive at camp, we will be directed to the parking lot, where we will begin the check-in process. A few things will happen in no particular order. We will unload our vehicles and set up our campsite. We need to check in and provide our completed health forms. Scouts will need to take their swim test, along with any adults that did not complete a pre-test. Wearing a swimsuit to camp will help, as changing opportunities will be limited. We will also be given a walking tour of Camp Scout Haven. Scout Haven has many activities that your scout may experience. Adults are also allowed to participate in most activities if space permits. Activities include swimming, boating, including rowboats, canoes, and kayaks, shooting activities, such as BB guns and archery. Here, your scout will have the opportunity to earn their shooting sports emblems and pins. BMX bike riding. The camp will provide you with bikes to ride, but you may also bring your own bike. However, it must be inspected by the activities director. Various crafts. Ecology. Fishing, both from the dock and from a boat. Outdoor skills. And STEM activities. Scout Haven provides all campers with 3 delicious meals per day. The meals are served cafeteria style in the dining hall. Each scout will be assigned waiter duty. They will do this roughly 2 to 3 times during camp. They will report to the dining hall approximately 15 minutes prior to mealtime. They will be responsible for, with guidance from the staff, setup, serving, and cleanup. Parents may help to guide their scouts, but please let them do the work. Please be reminded that anyone with special dietary needs will need to complete the special request form. Ice cream and other snacks are available for purchase at the trading post throughout the day. Pack 554 will also have snacks and food available at the campsite. So, how about our campsite? Each campsite contains canvas tents over wooden platforms with 2 cots. The campsite will have a campfire pit, a latrine with running water for washing hands and brushing teeth, and a dining tent. It is everyone's responsibility to help keep our campsite clean during the duration of our stay. The latrines will be cleaned daily. This is done with a hose. There are separate male and female showers available at a central location in the camp. There are approximately 10 individual private showers, 5 for males and 5 for females, for the whole camp to use. Unfortunately, we cannot stay forever. So what should you expect on our last day? There will be a few activities for the scouts on the last day, after breakfast. Please check the schedule. At 12:15, a family-style picnic will start. This usually involves a cookout. Guests will be welcome to attend, however you will need to pre-register. In the past, this was done by purchasing tickets at the trading post. After the picnic, there will be some camp-wide games. These change each year. This will be followed by a closing campfire that you do not want to miss. All activities will wrap up by late afternoon. You may leave at any time. However, we strongly encourage everybody to stay until the end of the closing campfire, if at all possible. Camp Scout Haven has a few important rules that need to be followed in order to keep everybody safe. One rule is the buddy system must be used whenever a scout is traveling around camp. No scout is to be left unattended at any time. YPG rules will always be followed. When with a scout that is not their own child, all adults will be accompanied by another parent, a leader, or a camp counselor. If a scout must leave camp, they must check out with the camp office. The adult that is taking them must be on Part A of the medical form, and proof of identity will be required. Camp management should be made aware of any planned departures when you are checking in. Any adult that needs to leave camp will have to check in and out with the camp office. If the office is closed, please use a clipboard to sign in and out. Here are a few other tips that will help to make your camp experience more enjoyable. Your scout will have moved up in rank by the start of camp, so if they were a wolf this year, they will be a bear during camp. Bringing a collapsible wagon or a hand truck will greatly help in bringing your gear to and from the campsite. Scouts and adults that did not pre-test should be wearing a swimsuit when they arrive at camp. Also, don't forget a towel. The use of a tote, such as a Sterlite foot locker with wheels, is great for storing all of your clothing. This one can be purchased at value and fits perfectly under your cot. We recommend one for you and one for your scout. Some parents choose to use Ziploc bags for their scouts' clothing. You can label them by the day. Don't forget to pack extra. You can open a prepaid account at the trading post. This way your scout can purchase snacks, souvenirs, and other items without having to carry cash. Last but not least, don't forget to bring enough chairs to sit around the campfire at night. The leaders of Pack 554 hope that your summer camp experience is truly an enjoyable one. We understand that you may have questions, comments, and concerns. We encourage you to discuss these with either your den leader, cub master, or other leaders. Most of us have been to camp several times and can help get you the answers that you need. For our new families and other first-timers, we have all been there and understand the uncertainties that you may have. We are here to help guide you through the process so that you may have one of the best experiences that you will have in scouting. We are looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you in camp.
Softly falls the light of day as our campfire fades away. Silently each scout should ask, have I done my daily task? Have I kept my honor bright? Can I guiltless sleep tonight? Have I done